Hello everyone, and welcome to my Sister Wives For You channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. In the past, Sister Wives stars Kody Brown and Robyn Brown lived in a lavish million-dollar home with an elaborate bathroom that matched their lavish way of life. In 2010, Robyn joined Kody, who was already married to Mary, Janelle, and Christine Brown. He immediately realized he wanted a big family and began a family with her. In order to adopt Robyn's children and grow their family, Kody divorced Mary, his legal wife, in 2014 and married Robyn. Together, the couple has two biological children, Ariella in 2016 and Solomon in 2011. Although Kody and Robyn were polygamous at first, their bond deepened over time, eventually resulting in them being more of a monogamous couple. Since Kody spent most of his time with Robyn, the other sister wives, Janelle, Mary, and Christine, felt neglected as a result of their strong friendship. Mary, Janelle, and Christine made the decision to break up with Kody between 2021 and 2023 in order to follow their goals in other places. As a result, Robyn and Kody's polygamous relationship ended, and they became monogamous. Numerous members of the Brown family have accused Kody and Robyn of having extravagant spending habits. One of their children, Gwendolyn Brown, has even called them shopaholics. A Sister Wives follower named @mindful_goat_nugget recently shared some photos from Kody and Robyn's former house, providing evidence in favor of their assertions. One image in particular showed off their opulent bathroom, which included a basin in the Flintstone style and ornate decor. The couple's evident willingness to spend a significant sum of money designing their unique bathroom was suggested by the additional jewels that were placed close to the sink. Another picture was of Kody and Robyn's entryway, which included seashell artwork on the walls. Their main bedroom was also shown in the photos, complete with a massive king-sized bed, a large pink carpet, a matching pink picture, and a number of pricey paintings. The bed size and personalized design made it seem even more opulent. There were statues, elaborate plants, a soft couch, and various pieces of art throughout the bedroom. An ancient bow and arrow hanging on the wall, a painting of horses kissing, and an odd bust were among the odd objects, though. Numerous Redditors observed that Kody and Robyn's former home had multiple crystals in the bathroom. They thought it odd that the couple would have spent a lot of money on bathroom decor that didn't go with the style of their home as a whole. Whether Kody and Robyn believe in the qualities of crystals was questioned by some fans. Others conjectured that the ornamental crystals were probably more than $200 in price. That ***T ain't cheap at all, a Redditor wrote, implying that the amethyst gems were probably extremely costly. Fans commented that everything in their house appeared a little too extravagant, even though they were charmed by the decor. Some even assert that while money can purchase goods, excellent taste in fashion cannot. Many of Kody's relatives have accused him and Robyn of wasting money on pointless things over the years. These accusations have only been stoked by Robyn's infatuation with American dolls and the Sister Wives couple's costly jewelry purchases. After the most recent episode of Season 19, Kody Brown, star of Sister Wives, is receiving criticism. The family had met in Wyoming to lay Garrison to rest, and it was expected to be an emotional occasion. Some viewers, however, believe Kody made everything about himself once more, and some even hold TLC accountable for the incident. To find out why, continue reading. Kody Brown's Sister Wives, an emotional. In the most recent Season 19 episode, Kody shared his sorrow. The Sister Wives star was grieving over his son's untimely passing. He claims that he'll do everything in his power to honor Garrison. Many viewers, however, were offended that Kody would only pay tribute to his deceased son. Kody did it for the cameras, according to some. Garrison's dissatisfaction with his father for ignoring them has also been witnessed by fans. Michael T. further asserted that since Garrison's passing, Kody has further distanced his elder children from his ex-wives. TLC is blasted by fans. We are not stupid. After the contentious Season 19 episode, some fans are criticizing TLC on social media. The billboard said that the network will do everything in its power to honor Garrison and that the program would be about Kody remembering his time in Wyoming with his family. However, the episode turned out to be Kody and Robyn's little getaway with their children. Garrison, whom he called their special passenger, was hardly addressed as he boasted about his signs. The episode was the epitome of gaslighting, the OP continued. Others concurred, saying that Garrison and his family were insulted by what TLC did. I'm tired of TLC assuming we're also ignorant. Avoid a boycott of the upcoming season unless you are honest about Robyn and Kody. It did felt strange, particularly how excited Kody was displaying to his family every sign he had created. They claimed to make this journey every year, didn't they? He should have done that by now, in my opinion. After that, Kody became agitated since they had to stop watching that show. Robyn was irritated and wanted to go because it was pouring heavily. Therefore, I also don't think the time frame is accurate. I would absolutely watch a whole season of them using a forensic auditor to go through the family's pot finances, as well as those of Kody and Robyn. This insults Garrison and his family so much. What if Robyn's children died and they took a fun vacation while traveling to the child's funeral? Would never occur. Sister wives. Admirers, I believe Kody Brown abused the trip to Wyoming. According to a different social media thread, Kody Brown never meant to live in Wyoming with his ex-wives and children. Rather, some think that he and TLC took advantage of the occasion to offer him a brief getaway. Online users have also shared images and videos of Kody traveling across Wyoming with his kids. The idea that Kody might have abandoned Garrison in the car while he was enjoying himself with his family also unsettled other people. Few anticipated the emotional turn that Sister Wives' 19th season has taken. Viewers have been devastated by the recent episodes that delved into Garrison Brown's untimely death and funeral, and they have also sparked new controversy. Although many have applauded the show's attempts to pay tribute to Garrison's memory, many are also criticizing TLC and raising concerns about some decisions made during production. At Garrison's funeral, tensions are evident. Following Garrison's death, information about the Brown family's hidden dynamics, as well as the anguish of loss, started to surface. Insiders claim that Kody and Robyn's attendance at the funeral caused discomfort for several of Janelle Brown's family members, especially since the television crews attended. It was reported that Kody, who has a history of scandal, had stated his intention to take Garrison's bones and bury him himself. But Janelle had the last word, and her kid was finally buried in Wyoming. Fans criticized the camera's presence and Kody's alleged insensitivity despite the delicate nature of the event. Viewers criticized the interview moment on TLC. However, the most talked about event occurred on screen during a sit-down with Janelle, not at the burial. A producer asked Janelle, "I didn't know him much," during a part of the show. "Tell me a little bit about him." Resonated with a lot of people. Reactions blazed through online forums. The inquiry struck many as abrupt and ill-timed, particularly for a grieving mother who is still coming to terms with her loss. One fan said, "It would just remind her of the pain." In contrast, spectators praised Christine Brown's husband, David Woolley, for his kind demeanor. David asked Janelle about her favorite stories involving Garrison instead of probing her grief directly. It was all because of this change in tone. David's strategy was excellent. He made Christine reflect on the fun times, the giggles, and the aspects of Garrison that she cherished. The fact that he has experienced this kind of loss with his wife and is aware that it never truly goes away certainly helps. You simply learn to keep going. To a certain degree, David could relate to her pain. Although losing a spouse is not the same as losing a child, he recognized the anguish because of how they both passed away. David is a wonderful illustration of a responsible, mature man who puts the needs and desires of others before his own. Kody's complete opposite. This episode appeared to be a watershed in David Woolley's public image. Once doubtful of his appearance on the show, fans now had a different perspective on him. That scene significantly altered my opinion of David. He treated Christine with consideration and empathy. He appears to know how to support her and has an understanding of loss and grief. Before this episode, I informed my spouse that I only saw David as a beige flag. It was encouraging to see that Christine found someone who cared about more than simply her appearance, as that was my worry. A TLC missed opportunity? Fans carried on the discussion online, with some speculating that TLC might have missed a significant chance to feature David. The show seems to focus a lot of his screen time on making comparisons to Kody rather than letting his character develop naturally. One admirer pointed out that rather than allowing his special traits to stand out on their own, Christine utilized David as a means of thinking back on her previous marriage. Many fans feel that he should have been given more than just a contrast to Kody's previous actions because of his maturity, emotional intelligence, and quiet strength. It is unclear whether Sister Wives will continue to rely on the well-known drama or delve deeper into these relationships as episode 25 of the show near its May 18, 2025 airing date. But it's evident that the program still sparks discussion and occasionally criticism, even in its most tragic scenes. Robyn Brown, star of Sister Wives, startled viewers enough to make them wonder how much of Kody Brown's mentality influences her own, both on and off the screen of their TLC series, particularly these days. Fans watched as she opened her mouth to make her most recent jaw-dropping news, but the words sounded like they were coming from Kody. Sister Wives. Robyn Brown interprets it according to Kody Brown. On the Sister Wives show, Kody Brown would say something for years and then assume that the audience would believe him. Robyn Brown seemed to have taken a cue from Kody because she essentially performed the same thing in the most recent episode. Because many of the fans have been around for years and have seen things you can't change, Robyn's statement didn't sit well with them. Fans are shaking their heads over Robyn's most recent revelation because they know something different. Brown marry Robyn putting out a little? This week, Sister Wives star Mary Brown discussed tidying up Robyn's mess with her best friend, Jen Sullivan. About 10 years ago, Robyn launched My Sister Wife's Closet, which has essentially lain inactive over time. Someone who recently bought something from Robyn's website but never received it sent Mary an email. It sounded like they were trying to find the item or a refund. Since it wasn't Mary's mess to handle, she gave it to Robyn. However, Robyn made a stunning reason, and Sister Wives fans are giddy over it. Sister Wives. Is Robyn taking a break? Fans of Sister Wives are still reeling after Robyn's remarks in this week's new episode. On screen, Mary discussed how she was contacted by someone from My Sister Wife's Closet. Then, Robyn appeared embarrassed by it in her confessional. Even though she isn't taking orders, Kody's now-only wife admitted that occasionally people are able to get in and make an order. It doesn't state that today, though, if you visit the website. She went on to describe how she launched the website roughly 10 years ago. However, she has put things on pause. The news caused the crowd to shout. Robyn is declaring that she is taking a break. She just announced that she would be taking a vacation from My Sister Wife's Closet. However, how much rest does she require? For years, it was closed. When you tried to access the site for a number of years, you would receive a notice that said they will be returning shortly. Screenshot below. Although it appears to be open presently, she says she is on pause. There are items on sale when you enter, and I clicked on the links so it appears that I could buy something if I so want. However, Robyn stated that she is taking a pause or break. Does it imply that, like the person who contacted Mary, I would too be waiting for my thing to arrive if I followed a purchase through to the end? Her word choice left fans speechless. When the store appears to have been closed for longer than it has been open, she declares she is taking a vacation. The fact that Robyn believed she could convince the audience of this reason infuriated the fans. Too much like work? Do you recall the episode on Sister Wives where Robyn began assigning her sister wives chores and demanding that they assist her with My Sister Wife's Closet? The other three wives essentially informed Robyn it was all her baby because they were all working on different side projects at the time. The issue, according to Robyn, was that she didn't have the time to complete this task by herself. Years ago, when you clicked on the website, a notice that read, "We're updating the store for you," appeared, and it remained there for years. The fans of their TLC program, therefore, perceive Robyn's announcement of a break as something different. Robyn didn't want to do any of the work, in their opinion. When Kody had the other three co-wives gently feathering her nest, viewers questioned why she should. Additionally, they recently sold Coyote Pass, so perhaps she no longer needs the money. When it comes to sister wives, there's always a new twist that has fans scratching their heads, and this time, it isn't a relationship bombshell or a tearful couch confession. It's a bathroom. Yes, a bathroom. But not just any bathroom. We're talking about the now infamous, undeniably bizarre, wildly over-the-top, kooky bathroom that once belonged to Kody and Robyn Brown in one of their former Flagstaff homes. A room that has taken on a life of its own in online forums and fan speculation, becoming a symbol of something much bigger, the excessive and arguably impractical lifestyle that Kody and Robyn appear to be clinging to, long after their polygamous family structure began to crack. In a house tour from years past that has recently resurfaced, the bathroom stands out like a sore thumb, decked out with strange design choices, lavish finishes, and an almost comical commitment to aesthetic over function. Giant, mismatched mirrors? Check. Ornate faux gold faucets that belong in a medieval fantasy film? Double check. A standalone tub with Victorian legs awkwardly crammed next to a futuristic walk-in shower and a chandelier dangling above the toilet like it's presiding over some kind of royal flush ceremony. Triple check. It's the kind of bathroom that doesn't know what era it belongs to, and maybe that's the point. It was designed during the height of Robyn's integration into the Brown family, when Kody seemed most committed to spoiling her, and before the rest of the wives began openly questioning their place in the family. At first glance, the bathroom is just quirky. But for longtime fans of the show who've tracked the family's financial roller coaster over the years, it's more than just an odd design choice. It's a glaring representation of how deeply Kody and Robyn have bought into a lifestyle that's far more aspirational than practical. While the other wives, Mary, Janelle, and Christine, grappled with budget constraints, rental moves, RV living, and single mom-style survival, Kody and Robyn were taking up residence in a house that boasted rooms like this: expensive, stylized, and unapologetically excessive. And not just excessive, but almost out of touch. It's hard not to interpret that kooky bathroom as a kind of metaphor. While the rest of the family was trimming back, sacrificing, or compromising, Robyn's space was ornate, curated, preserved. The bathtub had no real privacy. The sink basins were placed so far apart they looked like they belonged to two people in a Cold War standoff. The chandeliers sparkled overhead while elsewhere in the Brown family, children were sharing rooms, and the wives were navigating crumbling marriages without clarity on land ownership or financial security. Fans online have had a field day with the bathroom ever since photos and walkthroughs of the Flagstaff house resurfaced. TikToks have gone viral. Reddit threads have exploded. Some joke that it's the kind of bathroom you'd expect Cruella de Vil to have. Others say it screams Robyn energy, dramatic, impractical, and rooted in aesthetics over common sense. But beneath the humor lies something more serious, a growing discomfort with how Kody and Robyn seem to have operated in their own bubble of luxury, even as the family unit around them was falling apart. The bathroom is a physical space, yes, but it's also symbolic of the emotional and financial rift between Kody and his original wives. It's not just that it's extra. It's excessive, and at times, even tone-deaf considering how strained the family's resources have been for years. Remember the early seasons of Sister Wives? Back when Kody preached about equality, unity, and the shared struggle of building a plural family that worked together. Compare that vision to what we now see, Robyn and Kody living in what appears to be comfort and privacy while others like Janelle were hauling water into an RV, or Mary was trying to navigate property. Numerous members of the Brown family have accused Kody and Robyn of having extravagant spending habits. One of their children, Gwendolyn Brown, has even called them shopaholics. A Sister Wives follower named @mindful_goat_nugget recently shared some photos from Kody and Robyn's former house, providing evidence in favor of their assertions. One image in particular showed off their opulent bathroom, which included a basin in the Flintstone style and ornate decor. The couple's evident willingness to spend a significant sum of money designing their unique bathroom was suggested by the additional jewels that were placed close to the sink. Another picture was of Kody and Robyn's entryway, which included seashell artwork on the walls. Their main bedroom was also shown in the photos, complete with a massive king-sized bed, a large pink carpet, a matching pink picture, and a number of pricey paintings. The bed size and personalized design made it seem even more opulent. There were statues, elaborate plants, a soft couch, and various pieces of art throughout the bedroom. An ancient bow and arrow hanging on the wall, a painting of horses kissing, and an odd bust were among the odd objects, though. Numerous Redditors observed that Kody and Robyn's former home had multiple crystals in the bathroom. They thought it odd that the couple would have spent a lot of money on bathroom decor that didn't go with the style of their home as a whole. Whether Kody and Robyn believe in the qualities of crystals was questioned by some fans. Others conjectured that the ornamental crystals were probably more than $200 in price. That ***T ain't cheap at all, a Redditor wrote, implying that the amethyst gems were probably extremely costly.